Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This Season 3 of the Asylum Years, the only podcast to turn its back on everyone it knows just to give them a second chance to join us, which makes you ask the question, why would you make this? I'm Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Brother Skylar. How are you?
Oh, it still hurts from Russo. But other than that, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We also joined by J Delta Wagwan.
Hold on. Wagwan.
Yes.
Yes, Wagwan.
Wagwan. It's your thing. That's
Yeah.
the only thing you got going on.
Yeah, that's it. Also, Russo.
Oh, got the
Oh.
terrible Russo disease. Got a horrible
Yeah.
case of Russoitis. Russotopia. I don't know what it is. I don't know. So, during Season 3, we are taking you through the National Wrestling Alliance Total Nonstop Action weekly pay-per-view shows, now known as TNA The Asylum Years. This is episode 23, originally broadcasted on November 27th, 2002, live from Nashville, Tennessee, at the Fairgrounds Coliseum, now known as the Indiana Farmers Coliseum. Y'all, allegedly, and I want you to remember this
Doubt.
for the next show that we do so
False.
badly,
Oh.
allegedly drawing 1,100 people in attendance.
1,100 people?
1,100 people, yeah. Yeah, allegedly, yeah. This is their largest audience since the, 15th, 16th show. You pick what number it is, which was the October 9th show.
Probably, but it wasn't 1,100.
Mm.
Maybe 500.
Well, I guess we'll see next week. So, as per usual, episode 22 left us confused about the direction of the company and the motives of the characters. So, let's try to explain why we are the way we are with a crazy past.
Wait a minute. What happened that got you so crazy?
Just one writer. So first is the women's division, originally inspired and then re-inspired by Ron the Truth Killings, member of the once again defunct tag team the Rainbow Express, and Miss TNA Bruce has possibly been outed as not being gay, and as a result, his likely former boyfriend Lenny believes that Bruce should relinquish the Miss TNA crown to the Miss TNA runner-up, Lenny, him.
Why is there no women anywhere?
Which, of course, brings us to the only other thing going on in the women's division, which is my own personal storyline, not a real storyline on the show. And after 22 consistent weeks, TNA has failed to book Athena despite the crowd consistently showing clear physical signs of interest.
Signs.
They want to
every
see
week.
her, and they just collect ring jackets.
She always has the biggest signs, too.
It's ridiculous. All right, in the tag division, 2 weeks later, Father James Mitchell's The Disciples of the New Church, Slash and Brian Lee are still your NWA tag team heavyweight tag team. tag, they're your champions.
I'm the heavyweights.
I'm the heavyweights. I got carried away with that. I don't know what happened.
In the tag team.
In the tag team division of the heavyweights, the heavyweight tag teams. All right, since the start of TNA week after week, the Harris brothers, Don and Ron Harris, can't seem to agree on anything, although now it does seem as if they've agreed to be a tag team again.
And white nationalism.
Well, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Maybe they don't agree on that. One of them might be reformed. I don't know how it works. Next is the X Division. 3 weeks later, Jerry Lynn is still your TNA X Division champion, who won it on the 20th show. Next is the World Division. 13 weeks later, Ron the Truth Killings is no longer your NWA heavyweight champion.
No.
However, he is still fighting against clear racial discrimination in the NWA TNA, and no one, including the audience, seems to care. No.
They, in fact, are in favor of it sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yes. Yeah, they are. Also, he raps, and that's cool. While it's not very clear what the B or G stand for, BG James has come to TNA to help his family and his friends, who are also here to help him. It's not nepotism, though. It's not.
He's just getting paid.
After 8 weeks of interrupting Ron Killing's matches, Mr. Wrestling 3 has been revealed to be the infamous wrestling writer Vince Russo, who has aligned himself with Jeff Jarrett, unbeknownst to Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, Jeff had no clue.
I'm with you now.
Wait, what?
We've always been together. Wait, what?
What's your last name? Grandmaster. Jerry's kid. Not Jerry's kid. The puppet. The human yo-yo. The human hot dog. Lonely. The unhinged. The crisis actor. The suspicious. The unfocused. Brian Lawler is heavily focused on getting revenge on anyone for anything currently. Brian is getting revenge on Bruce for appearing in the shower with his girlfriend April, who was both clearly terrified of and getting off on making Brian jealous.
This needs to stop, that whole gimmick. It's just bringing other people into it now. It's a black hole of like any storyline.
Awful. Finally,
Oh.
in the World Division, Jeff Jarrett
Oh, man.
will not be screwed over again like he already has been. Bye! Get them fingies ready.
I don't have enough.
Jackie Fargo, NWA President Jim Miller, Mr. Wrestling 3, BG James twice, Kurt Hennig twice, Brian Lawler twice, country music singer Toby Keith twice, NWA Authority figure Ricky the Dragon Steamboat twice, Scott Hall twice, NWA Vice President Bill Behrens 3 times, NWA Authority figure Bullet Bob Armstrong 4 times, James Mitchell and the New Church, and the Tennessee Titans.
Whoa.
I lost count.
Was it 23?
Yeah, that's what I got too. Yeah, 23 is screwing.
He's been screwed by somebody on statistically every episode.
yeah.
Because in reality, there have been some episodes where he was not screwed at all, but then the next episode
They
he
made
was
up for
screwed
it.
multiple times. So yeah, he's the hero.
Wow, what an underdog.
Yeah. Although also allegedly, maybe, possibly, even though here's all the footage of it, he may have attempted to kill Jackie Fargo, Jim Miller, Todd Stone, Bullet Bob Armstrong, BG James, Kurt Hennig, Bill Behrens twice, Scott Hall twice, and the entire NWA TNA security team several times.
It's not as much as 23, so I don't think it should matter.
Yeah.
Aha!
No!
And yet,
No!
the lying liberal media
No!
paid by Bill Gates
I
himself
don't even know him. I don't know anybody named Bill.
fails to mention how Jeff Jarrett heroically stopped an armed gunman and saved, allegedly, upwards of 1,100 people.
I think it was only like 900 that day. So, you know,
Well, you know.
Okay, so last week, we were promised that this week we would see Slash and Brian Lee versus Kurt Hennig and 6-Pac for the tag titles.
Can't wait.
Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles. Lynn versus Styles for the X title.
Oh,
Well, that's a typo, because we've seen that a couple times now,
Yeah, we
right?
sure have, yeah, but we're going to see it again. We got wrestling at home. We don't need new wrestling.
Yeah.
And then finally, we were also going to see Brian Lawler versus Bruce over the April situation in some fashion.
In a wrestling match.
They
Versus.
They said that?
Versus.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
That's what they said last week. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Delta said, I don't remember if this was wanted to see or thought we would see, but he said that the tag team champions were going to go against the SATs, even though it said right there that they were going to fight Hennig. I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
I figured something was going wrong.
I mean,
I mean, you were half right.
There was a
so-
good chance of being right
Yeah,
anyway.
all right. And then he also said that he thought we were going to see the Harris Brothers versus AMW, which, I mean, they did continue that feud in a way. So, Brother Skyler said he thought we were going to see Russo in 6 segments.
Close.
Well, I guess. It was like 3, I thought, but all right.
But other ones, they kept talking about him.
And then I, of course, went to safety bet, which they didn't announce, but I was like, we got to be seeing a world title rematch.
And it happened.
Yeah, I was like, come on, why not announce that? It's obvious it's going to happen. And then before we start the show, we have some dark matches this time where Ron and Don Harris beat Derek King and Flex.
Okay.
Both of these guys are like, their most famous thing were being on an episode of Heat in 06 and 04, respectively. King and Flex. We also had Alan Funk, who beat Rick Santel. That's who they are. Alan Funk is Bruce. We learned that later on, but that's Bruce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Bruce beat just Rick Santel. His last match in wrestling was in April of 2010, so Rick Santel's gone. If you don't know him, and you don't know him. Then we had Adam Windsor, who is a student of Dory Funk Jr., and his last match was actually in 2011.
Yeah.
So him and Dory Funk Jr., believe it or not, wrestled and beat the team of Blackout, which was Homicide and Rain Man.
Oh,
Homicide's Homicide. Rain Man is also known as Corey Chavis, who stopped wrestling in 2018.
Dory Funk Jr. wrestled?
Well, in a tag match, so who's to say how much he really did, you know? On the face team,
He
so I
was
presume he
there.
just stood there and waited for the hot tag, and
And held his arms out.
yeah, they bumped accordingly, however they wanted to get hit by it. All right, let's start the show!
God bless
he
America.
didn't even do his guitar riff. What the hell?
But that wasn't the open.
Oh, I guess that's true. Yeah, we do get a cold open where JB said, I wrote the whole thing down because it was just so strange. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And we want to look back on all the hardships we faced this year and look to an uncertain future with the troops going to war. One thing is for certain. We're all proud Americans. Here's Miss Goldilocks to sing God Bless America.
We're all proud Americans, and surely this war won't be a quagmire we'll be in for the next 20 years.
So she sings God Bless America in the same, very beautiful, very normal way that she does.
It was so bad.
It's fine.
It was horrible.
It's fine. It's
Ugh.
It's a very beautiful, very normal way.
Yeah, it's very normal. It's very like if you went to a corporate event and she was singing, you'd be like, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
well,
No. Bad.
whatever. Anyway,
She
well,
hits all the parts where you go,
the strange part to me was that you could see members in the audience stand up and take off their hats like it was the national anthem.
yes.
This was a 1.3 long song with the full opening being 1:42. You guys have any thoughts on this segment?
Why? Thanksgiving's tomorrow? What the fuck? Why?
Let us honor the pilgrims with their anthem, what they sung upon the shores of the Mayflower Rock.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is somebody just backstage going, what's tomorrow? Thanksgiving, pilgrims, Mayflower rock music. We need a rock song. And people like, Goldilocks a rock song. Get her out of there. All right, now we start the show. Tanae welcomes us to the show on the eve of Thanksgiving as we scan crowd signs. Heels for Athena. We want Athena. Athena section. Hire Athena. Ooh. I'm glad that God created a Goldilocks, Athena, and TNA. I mean, how many Athena signs do you need? We have another Thanksgiving sign that says, things to be thankful for. 1, 6-pack is gone.
Wow. Wow. Wasn't he a face?
Yeah.
Jesus.
2, Harrison Storm aren't champions.
Wait, what? Who is this guy?
3, I'm not Borash.
Okay, this is...
Oh, Borash wrote that sign.
It was Borash. Yeah, that's who it is, yeah. Plant sign, obviously.
He hands out all these signs.
Another sign I saw I thought was so weird. There's an anti-WWE sign that says, they got testicles, we got TNA.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I thought it was funny because for no pre-planned reason, last week I made a random test reference. And it turns out it's relevant to the times.
You do.
Another sign, there's first this other sign, which is need a larger Johnson, see Don West. Just sell your dick pills, I guess, what that sign means. I don't know.
John West is packing heat.
The other sign I saw was just mean. It was just a mean sign. It said JW Wildfire's wrestling ability isn't worth a cup of piss.
And who's that?
Who is that?
I guess some local jobber.
Wow.
But it's just mean. I wouldn't hire that guy to pass a drug test. His clean pee isn't worth it. He's so bad.
Very specific insult.
And then finally, since we're on the topic of pee, the last sign that I saw was Plum Tree smells like goat pee. Great, yeah.
Nashville.
Nashville, USA, Music Central. We have a world title rematch and the return of the AJ Lynn feud for the X title. That's all happening tonight. Let's go to segment 1, with the Briscoes versus Divine Storm with Trinity. The match starts slow, with light chaining, very light bumping. The crowd is quiet, but they're waiting and almost kind of being respectful. Like, it's not like they're bored. It's sort of like it's like a different side of the crowd from my perspective.
They got some residual carryover of respect from God Bless America.
I get like, yeah, it's weird.
I heard completely different.
Well, because the chaining continues and they start to get restless. That's the problem. Like they're sitting there like, let's go, let's
Oh,
go.
maybe that's what I'm.
And then the
remembering
chaining
then.
keeps going on. They start to get restless, and you hear some people in the crowd go, "Come on, guys!"
That's literally what I kept hearing. Come
Oh
on.
my
because
god!
because we're 23 episodes in. Everybody understands what they're giving us. You're gonna go in there. You're gonna do some light flipping around, get used to it, and then you're gonna do a huge spot to the outside, and we're all gonna absolutely lose our shit and can't believe you didn't die. We know what this is. Just get to that already. So Mark Briscoe hits a Northern Lights on Divine. That kind of wakes up the crowd. And then they do some dives to the outside, and that really starts the crowd up. And then Trinity, like she always does, because that's her thing now, gets involved. Hurricane Rana off the top rope, and the crowd is totally into it.
DQ.
Right?
Oh, I see. If you bring her to ringside, she's basically an accessory.
Right.
It's like using like your weightlifting belt. As long as you wear it,
Yeah.
you can use it.
It's not a foreign object if
Yeah.
you're wearing it.
Yo, right before that, when they did that double dive,
Yeah.
poor Briscoe just had to do a front flip dive to nobody.
Yeah.
Because he was not there to catch him, the guy.
Jay has to land on his feet and then dive into a forearm to a guy who's sitting still on the ramp.
It was like a buckshot lariat to the outside. It was very weird.
Yeah, it wasn't a dive out of the ring. It was a somersault out of the ring, like an extreme somersault, and then. So yeah, Hurricane Rana, ref, 100% looking right at it, does nothing, says nothing.
Neat.
Jay hits a beautiful missile drop kick, and I only mention it because the crowd doesn't react. It was wonderful. They're like, yeah.
I really don't care.
Mark, actually, before that, we get the hot tag to Chris Divine. They do a double team move, and I don't even know what I don't know. I can't even tell you what they were supposed to be.
What, that like double team Uranagi? Which
Whatever
one?
it was, yeah, there was some
Yeah.
double team move they went to do, and it just, I can't tell you what it was. I don't know.
They
All
were
three
just-
guys just
Yeah.
went.
They were going way too fast. They don't want to like pump jump for anything. They just try to go right into it, and the guys aren't ready, so they just fall to the ground.
It
It's so
was-
bad.
So we got some more things. We got Mark hits a springboard cutter off the second. Looked great. Trinity hits an acai moonsault to Jay Briscoe. Again, ref, 100% looking right at it. Like, yeah, good job. Let's move on. Storm hits the SCD, the Storm Cradle Driver, which is a half and half.
That
into a
is
cradle driver.
the most dangerous move in professional
my
wrestling, and I
God,
hate that
yeah,
move. I hate watching it. I get so nervous.
I know. But it gets the 3. Your winners, Divine Storm. Post-match, the camera focuses entirely on Trinity flexing in the ring.
Yeah.
100%. Wouldn't even known there was a tag team involved in the match. Your match length was 6 minutes and 8 seconds. Your full segment length was 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, kind of sloppy, green,
Yeah.
early 2000s indie.
Oh my god. I mean, it was just rush through everything. They weren't even paying attention to the crowd that much.
Yeah.
There was very small psychology, but even that was rushed. Like when he was
yeah.
trying to tell the story with the Northern Lights suplex, he was like, I'm going to hit it. And they like reverse through it. And he's like, I'm going to hit it. And they reverse through it. And the crowd was just like, come on already. And then he hit it. So I was like, it's just going so fast. It's going
Well,
over
I mean,
everyone's
look what
head.
happens when they try to do that stuff. The crowd's like,
Well, yeah, 'cause they're not doing it right. They're just going way too fast. Nothing meant anything.
Yeah, well,
They were
the
just
crowd-
two guys going at it instead of just establishing who they were.
I don't- but-
I still don't know who the face or the heel was. I don't. Everyone.
Oh, it
there were
was-
just
it's not-
four guys.
It's the
kinda
X
just
Division
running
doesn't
around.
have that.
Yeah,
X
they
Division
don't.
doesn't
They
really
don't
have
really
that.
even bother with that sort of thing.
It's not. Yeah, they're not. That's not gonna happen. It's not. It's just not gonna happen.
The crowd was silent. I didn't like it. It was bad. Dump it.
No, I thought they were both okay, but they were just like
Yeah.
they both needed someone better than them to work with because they were
Yeah.
both on the same level, and that level wasn't TV ready.
Yeah.
All right, segment 2. Tanae welcomes us to the table and explains how he loves every single thing about wrestling except for Vince Russo. Russo ruined my career in WCW, and I'm not just gonna sit here and let it happen again. Don West has no opinions on Vince Russo. Tanae says maybe if Don would if he had lost his job to Vince Russo, whatever.
Yo, isn't this like the picture perfect display of like modern politics
So great.
where one guy is like, yeah, I'm telling you, I have experience with this. This is literally gonna ruin my life if this guy shows up and the other guy's like, I don't know, I'll have to see for myself. I have no opinion. Best friend who I have complete trust in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have
Yeah.
to see for
He
myself.
was literally like, I've never seen you worked up this much before. And it was like, he's the worst human being. And he's like, I'll have to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, all right. Jeez.
Don West literally joined the wrestling business like 6 months ago, and he's like, "Yeah, but what do you know? You get so worked up over everything."
I mean, how much of it is actually like Don West going, wow, this guy really is getting that today. I gotta see. I kind of want to see what all this is about. I just love. I have no opinion.
That was one of my favorite parts. I don't know, man. No opinion.
Yeah. Well. So Don West runs down the card. Is Styles going to be the first 3-time ex-champ, or is Len going to continue the reign? World title rematch. Jeff had his dream realized, but the truth said it was unjustified. Who's going to be the champ? Tenay has an interview with Jarrett, but first let's do a video highlight recap. Segment 2 was 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Thoughts on this one? Nothing, right?
Why was the video package in black and white?
So that's the next
Drama.
segment. That's
Drama.
Drama, yeah. All right, segment 3, we get the video recap of last week's world title match. Hard fought by both men, with the Truth on top for most of it, but it ended with Mr. Wrestling 3 hitting the Truth with a guitar, letting Jarrett get the win, and revealing himself to be infamous wrestling writer Vince Russo. Tenay introduces the new NWA champion, Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett's music hits twice, and the lights go off. Russo yells, "Cut the music!" and is in the ring. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to exaggerate Russo's voice when I talk like a Long Islander.
Yeah.
I have no clue how I'm going to do it.
You just gotta crank it up a little bit more.
He goes on a real long-winded speech, but too long didn't read.
Oh my god.
Russo helped Jarrett's career in WCW and in WWF every step of the way. Russo left the wrestling business. Jeff asked him to come back to help him with TNA, which he wanted to call tits and ass. Russo is going into business for himself. Jarrett is being manipulated by old men. WWE sucks. This place sucks. China sucks. I don't know why.
The wrestler,
Yeah.
not the country.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The wrestler, sorry, yeah. Russo is here to save wrestling. Everything will change next week. Jarrett is on my side, and if he wants to be, he's on my side. And I want an answer from him tonight. Your video at the beginning was 1 minute and 6 seconds, but the full promo was 7 minutes and 48 seconds, with your full segment being 9 minutes and 17 seconds. Your thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna say, after this promo finished, I looked at the time, and it was like 20 minutes into the show, and I was like, oh my god, this guy's been talking for 20 minutes? I forgot. There was another match. It just went on for so long.
It really did. He kept talking.
Yeah.
Dude. And he really is like, for those of you who don't know me, let me tell you 20 years of wrestling history over here.
Yeah.
Dude,
No, I know.
and there's Russo chants. They were Russo,
Oh,
Russo.
my God.
Although by the end, he's lost them.
Yeah,
he's
lost
lost those people. Those people who were actively chanting Russo and Hogan sucks. They're just like, yeah, all right, you know
But
what?
doesn't that like perfectly encapsulate who Russo is though?
Oh.
Anyone who brings him in, like, no, Russo's gonna do it, and
Yeah,
then he's there
yeah.
for a little bit. Yo, this guy sucks. Get rid of him. He wanted to name a wrestling company.
Tits and ass.
Tits and ass.
Yeah.
That's what I got from that promo.
What the hell?
And I gotta be honest with you, there was not a lot of leeway or mixed metaphors. He was very clear about all the words he said.
Yeah.
So like when I say he was like, and he said China sucked, There was no mistake. He specifically said it. And they gave the belt to
a
a girl.
woman.
No, not a woman.
Yeah.
To a girl. I have
Yeah.
that written down later on. Every chance they get, they refer to women as girls in this company. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, why are you doing that?
Yeah.
Most of these women are in their 30s, in their 40s. Like
everything he said, I could have defended until he got to the point where he was like, "And then I made you champion." And I was like,
oh, so you're the
what
bad
is-
guy.
What,
Yeah.
what do you mean you made him?
I violated
You're a-
the fans' wishes.
Yeah.
I usurped my power.
I felt like it was just getting too close to shooting kayfabe. I didn't understand what was happening at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like
yeah.
that part.
No, the whole thing was just like, all right.
Like, in what world is it good for someone to come in and be like, the last company I was in, let me tell you, I went in and I took over and I gave my buddy the #1 position with the #1 pay. Huh?
And what
Don't you-
happened? They sucked. And they went out of business, and now I'm here to fix it. Like,
Oh boy!
Oh my
oh,
god.
brother, this guy stinks.
What is this guy's promo even about? Oh.
Oh, he's friends with Jarrett. That was the whole problem. I'm friends with him.
Yes. It's all I've learned about him since this podcast has started.
And tits and ass.
Yeah. All right.
He literally wanted to name a wrestling National Wrestling Alliance, Tits and Ass.
Yes. So post segment, Tenay says Vince Russo is everything wrong with pro wrestling. I don't know why they throw this out here, but
Oh.
they say that Rowdy Piper called Vince Russo a cancer of the pro wrestling business.
I do want to say real quick, a couple times during the Russo promo, it cuts to Tenay the meanest mug. Just,
I did, yeah. That was one of the things I dropped out of the fucking too long didn't read. It was just.
And at one point, Tenay jumps up on the apron and is like, "No, give me the mic and let me say something. I'm gonna." And then Russo's like, "Get the fuck, go home and quit, you
Yeah.
dumbass. Fuck out of here. Eat shit, nerd." And then like, Tenay literally just like goes back to the table. And he's like, "Well, listen, I'm not quitting yet, but ooh, if he crosses this line,
Tomorrow,
then..."
I'm going right into my boss's office and I'm saying, listen here. You sure are, honey. Please go to sleep. It's 2 a.m.
And Tom was like, "Well, listen, I have no opinion."
Ring, 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 ring. Hello. Tenay residence, 2 a.m. How can I help you? I got no opinion, buddy. I just wanted to let you know. Still not swayed in either direction. Yeah, post segment. Apparently, Roddy Piper called Russo a cancer to the business. And Tenay continues. He killed WCW, and he's gonna kill the business. And yeah, that's what it is. All right, segment 4. We get a pre-taped Mortimer Plumtree promo. Yo, I had to watch this promo like 3 times before I understood what the hell was going on.
That's my only notes. It's like, I have no idea. I watched it twice.
I
I don't
had
know what I
no
watched.
idea what was
No
happening.
clue. Yeah, it was so confusing. Plumtree is standing in front of a red wall. He calls out the highest bidder on some of the silent auctions. I am letting you know that. They don't explain that. He just comes out and he goes, Barry, Billy, Bobby Joe, $200. Nice try. Try again. You're like, what the fuck?
I watched the show once, didn't understand it. Watched it a second time, didn't understand it. By the last segment, I went, "Oh, it was about the auction!" It just clicked all of a sudden, just because there was so many other promos that like went along with it, and I was like, "Oh, it was a theme."
Dude, it was so weird.
But he
yeah.
was the first one, and it was never established.
No. So yeah, he comes out and he specifically calls out the people who have made the highest bids on the auctions involving specifically him. One is a chance to manage a wrestler in a match against another wrestler who was managed by Plumtree. It's too complicated to vote in. It's too complicated to vote in.
What do you get?
There's no way the person who bid on that understood it.
I get to be Mortimer Plumtree. Is that
Yeah.
what it is?
Oh, I get to play Mortimer Plumtree and manage AJ Styles to the ring.
Give
I
me
can do that.
the glasses and the vest, and I go out there. I go, listen here, I'm Mortimer Plumtree. And then he also says the bidder's full name and says that he bid $2,000. Yo, this whole
Doxed
second,
him.
he doxed him, yeah. And he also says that someone else auctioned to manage AJ Styles in a match. For some reason, that's only up to $700. Plumtree thinks that both prices are too low. I immediately after this ran out and looked up what exactly a silent auction was, because I was like, why are they talking about a silent auction? keep my name out your mouth and keep my money out of your mouth. What are you telling people how much I spent on this for? Dude, promo length was 39 seconds, and this is the whole reason I do this, was because the promo length was 39 seconds, but the full segment length was 37 seconds. Because the audio played both before and after they cut to the scene, so...
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you guys have any thoughts on this?
I didn't understand what I was watching.
Yeah, I was pretty confused. Although, now in hindsight, I hope there was someone sitting at home watching the pay-per-view, and, you know, he's sitting next to his wife.
What?
$2,000!
Oh my gosh. Yo. Yeah, I would never bid on anything for this company ever again if they gave up my full name and how much I thought it was worth. Yo.
What an embarrassing notion. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay. Segment 5. We get a video recap of the incident from last week between Bruce, Lenny, and Brian Christopher. Specifically, what happened during the Lenny BG match. Bruce attacked Lenny mid-match as the ref and BG watched and laughed. Then Brian Lawler attacked Bruce in the ring, while April cried and yelled. Goldilocks comes out and kisses April on the cheek, and then takes her to the back while holding her hand. Your full video recap was 59 seconds. My thoughts are the same as yours. Why'd they put this here? I have no clue why this is here. Because the next segment has nothing to do with this.
Just setting it up for later.
I guess.
My thoughts were slightly different.
No.
What? I don't know if you remember the music that was playing,
No, maybe not.
but it was a slightly askewed, like, Mission Impossible.
No.
It was, ba, 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 ba. I was like, this doesn't go along with anything that we're watching.
Drama, intrigue, suspense.
Showers. Crying. Surprisingly more crying in a different location.
Yes.
All right, segment 6. This is when JB announced the following match is a tag team match, and I was like, all right, we just saw the Bruce and Brian Christopher thing.
Yeah.
What tag team? The Rainbow Express? They just
They're
broke
back?
up? I don't understand. I couldn't figure out what match we were going to see. And they announced that we're going to see America's Most Wanted versus the Hot Shots. As the match starts, Tenay is still caught up on Russo taking over his scheduled interview with Jarrett and goes off on leaving the company. Don West says, you know, and I kind of see what you were talking about there. And he jokes, and, you know, don't leave, buddy, because, you know, nobody wants to hear me do play-by-play, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it's because this is sort of like a work shoot, but I think Tenay actually gets a little heated for a moment because that line is followed by 3 seconds of absolute silence, followed by Don West trying to do play-by-play. So I think Tenay got actually heated, and he was just like, oh, he really did make me lose my job, that piece of shit. I don't like that job.
I think he got so heated that he lost himself. He referred to himself as the third person for a second. He was like, Vince Russo could talk about Mike Tenay leaving TNA only once. I'm like, you're Mike Tenay. What is going on here?
He just has to disassociate.
Well, I guess Tenay is like all of us in the inside. All right, so Storm starts the match out and gets distracted and double teamed and choked, and he's got no chance. And then Storm hits a belly-to-belly and gets the tag to Harris. Nice. The Hot Shots continue their double team, though, and can use the guardrail and double team him. They hit a combo double facebuster into a double super kick.
That was really nice.
Looked nice, yeah. Harris reverses a lion salt for the hot tag. Storm hits a super kick and hits a super reverse tornado DDT, hits the 8-second ride. Then the lights in the ring go slightly red, and we see Father James Mitchell and Belladonna on the top of the ramp. The AMW hit the death sentence and then get distracted by Mitchell existing. They
He was
go
very slowly approaching. the
Yeah.
ring.
All right, yeah, that's true. They go outside of the ring to confront him, and they end up getting counted out. Your winners via count off the Hot Shots.
Boo.
Post match, Father James Mitchell throws Belladonna at the AMW and runs away. They drag Belladonna to the ring and threaten to give her the death sentence if Father James Mitchell doesn't return to the ring.
This poor woman.
Mitchell comes out pleading for them not to do it, and he goes around to the announce table side of the ring, maybe getting a mic or something like that. But it actually allows Slash and Brian Lee to attack from behind. TNA security come out and try to pull Slash and Lee off the AMW, but most of them get punched out, and the segment just sort of ends. Match length, 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Your post-match segment was 1 minute and 26 seconds, and then your full segment was 8 minutes and 13 seconds. Your thoughts on this one?
The Hot Shots aren't bad. They should be given something a little more than what they're doing right now to see what they can actually do.
Yeah, I don't want to see him work with AMW anymore for a while.
They're just bumping around for them. That hot tag was dog shit. This whole match was really weird, even though they're kind of good. They have like a good build and look to them, AMW,
Right.
but they're just like running around all the time. They don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And then to the end, I feel so bad for this Belladonna chick. She comes out looking half drugged up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then she gets tossed to the AMW. She just gets used by everyone. And then they're going to do a double team move and the whole crowd is cheering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand what's going on with this
Yeah.
crowd.
I definitely thought it was a little silly for James Mitchell to like come out with her, run away, wait a minute,
Yeah.
and he run back out and he go, well, no, wait, don't do it, and went all the way back around. It was a little
All part of the master plan.
The evil plan.
The evil plan. I'm evil.
the
That's
evil
my
master
thing.
plan.
The master evil plan. Yeah, the match itself was pretty much just a device to move the New Church storyline along. So,
Yeah.
the match itself didn't care for itself. Why would I care for it?
Yeah, I mean, why even have a full match at that point?
Yeah. All right, live pay-per-view version only. The website has been redesigned, and throughout the night, you'll be hearing from wrestlers and company members about the silent auction, which is going on now until December 15th.
Oh.
Yeah, but even with that explanation, I still was like, what is going on? Like, what is this? All right, next is segment 7. A new challenger.
What?
Pay-per-view version only is segment 7. Goldilocks and JB are in front of a red wall.
Oh, wait, this was only what I
Yeah,
got?
Delta, you didn't see
Oh,
this
you
one.
didn't
Yeah,
get,
you
I
didn't
was
get this.
wondering if they would keep this in.
Yeah, this was weird. You want to read this one out? I mean, I didn't give you a chance to read this up, but if you want to read this one out.
Goldie asks JB how much for the night. JB gets flustered, but Goldie hits him and says she's talking about the silent auction. Jackass.
I kind of hope that's her catchphrase. I like the way she says that. Talking about a silent auction, jackass.
So to announce that JB was up to $1,250.
God,
There's no way. That's got to be inflated. They don't
It's his
clarify,
mom.
so I presume announce with Goldie is $550 and a date with Goldie is up to $1,000.
Yeah.
She's feeling generous, so if she reaches $2,000, she'll throw in a fruit basket with very ripe, plump oranges. Goldie walks off camera and JB follows, shouting, "Oranges? What do you mean oranges?" Oranges?
Oranges. What do you mean oranges? Oranges. Oranges.
Was she being tongue-in-cheek about selling her body for sex? For TNA?
I think so. I don't know. Full segment length was 36 seconds. Yeah, I don't know. Like, when she said that, like, I'll bring some, and kind of like, like leaned in, like,
Date citrus.
yeah, well, when she first said that, I was like, do I eat terrible fruit? Like, how soft should oranges be? That was my first thought.
Well, very ripe. Maybe you're not eating them very
Oh,
ripe.
yeah.
Is that the problem? Maybe that's it. I don't know. I figured she just had, like, awful implants.
In what universe would announce with JB ever be more than announce with Goldie or date with Goldie?
A date with Gold. Yeah, why would... What the...
I don't
They must
know.
assume announce with JB they're going to be
JB's
on a
mom.
pay-per-view. So they'll... Oh, what?
JB's mom.
JB's mom wants to announce for JB.
She's the one paying for this.
He travels so much, I don't get to see him anymore. This will be my one chance.
I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, it was just a weird ass segment. No, there's like 4 more of these.
Oh my God.
I was so
It's
thrown off.
weird. It's so weird.
She tried to sell herself.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened there.
I mean, she already is with the silent auction, but
Yeah, date with her. Yeah, come on, I'm gonna go on a date with you, and I'm gonna pay for dinner and all this, and then I'm gonna get nothing at the end of it.
now she's saying hand stuff.
Now you get oranges.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what? What'd you say? Hand stuff?
Well, what are you gonna do with these oranges? You're just gonna look at them?
Oh, it's like a tactile date. Like, oh, these are like here, hand
Show and
stuff.
tell,
Squeeze,
yeah.
squeeze some oranges and like.
Close your eyes. All right, now what does it feel like in your hand? Kind of feels like oranges, but they could be breasts, right?
Don't open it.
Don't open them.
No, it just don't feel like this.
No, but they could be, right? Like really expensive ones? Nah.
No.
Maybe diseased ones. All right. Segment 8 or 7, depending on which version you're watching now. Goldilocks is going to interview Jeff Jarrett, but Dory Funk Jr. is guarding the door.
What?
Dory lets us know that Jarrett is focusing on his match. Goldie asks if Dory is managing Jeff tonight or what. Dory says he has a vested interest in Jeff Jarrett and the important match that he has tonight. Full segment length was 37 seconds.
No. He says, you could say, I have a very vested interest.
Yes. Oranges.
It's if you're wondering if I was trying to get at something because it sounded like I said it like that, that's how I felt. Because
Yeah.
that's exactly how he said it. I was like, wait, was that a pun? Or was this leading to something?
No, spoiler alert. This never pays off.
No.
Why did he say it like
not
that?
even like
A
oh, I
very-
must have missed something off camera. No, there's nothing. It's nothing.
There was just a confused old man outside Jarrett's door, and Goldie interviewed him.
Yeah.
I was thinking. I was like, did he have like an old gimmick about wearing vests? I was like, vested. The way he said it threw me off.
It's because like they used to wear vests,
Like those
and the
cowboy vests that the funks would
Was that
wear.
his
I
gimmick?
feel like we're stretching this really hard right now.
I'm trying to. Anyway, it was 2004, and Dory Funk was way ahead of the game because he had his own website and he was promoting it on his hat. No one else was doing that but him. DoryFunkJr.com.
I mean, I've never heard of the guy, but it was working for them. I don't know. All right, so segment 9 or 8. BG James and Kurt Hennig versus Slash and Brian Lee for the NWA titles. Tenay lets us know that BG is taking Six Pac's place because Six Pac wanted nothing to do with Vince Russo and left the company.
Oh,
I wonder if that's true.
Yeah, apparently that's what happened. Like, it was all on the
Damn.
message board and stuff like that, and people were talking about it. Yeah. That's what the book said, too. Talk about it later. So we get a promo where after entering the ramp, James Mitchell calls to cut the music and says there's intrigue over backstage politics and personality and traditional wrestling versus sports entertainment. But I am intrigued by one thing, evil, and evil ensures the new church victories. In the match, Hennig has control at the start with a Manhattan drop and then tags to BG. Slash takes over and tags Lee, who gets hit with a shake, rattle, and roll, but he barks through it, and then a flying forearm finishes it. And BG follows up with a shaky leg knee drop. Tag to Hennig, punches aren't working, so he brings him down with the legs. That's the new strategy. Tag to BG, he works the legs too. At this point, Lee's being dominated so badly,
Yeah.
I'm legit expecting Slash to get a hot tag. Like, it was so bad, I was feeling bad for them. Except, never mind, right when I think that, low blow by Brian Lee. Now the tag is in, and now BG is the one being dominated relentlessly. BG gets sent to the outside, and the ref gets distracted where Belladonna and James Mitchell leg drop and stomp them respectively. Back in the ring, Lee hits another low blow, and you know that it's a low blow because you can hear BG yell, "Ow, my balls!"
Yo.
In case it wasn't confusing for the ref, but apparently it was.
Slash Slash hits a Cobra Clutch Russian leg sweep into a laying down Cobra Clutch. Hennig comes in for the stomp breakup, but Slash ignores it, and the ref pushes Hennig back outside. I guess that wasn't the spot, because he doesn't let it go, and they ignore it. A double down leads to Hennig's hot tag. The heels keep the double team alive, though. The AMW run out and attack the Disciples. The ref calls for the bell. Winner by DQ and still tag team champions. Slash and Brian Lee. Post-match, Hennig and BG are upset they lost the match and confront AMW, who fight them to the outside of the ring, and then the AMW switch back to the New Church, who they fight until the New Church just kind of walks away up the ramp. Like, they're standing right next to them. They just go, "Ah!" and they leave. Like, they give up on fighting him. James Mitchell's promo length was 1 minute and 13 seconds. Your match length was 17 minutes and 12 seconds. Your post-match segment was 2 minutes and 2 seconds. The full segment length was 12 minutes and 46 seconds. Your thoughts on this one?
Not a fan.
No?
Yeah, kind of a sloppy shits fest. I
Not even a shit fest. A sloppy shit fest.
Yeah. I don't really like BG James or, like his style of work to begin with, and
Right.
This is what we say every BG James match. It's so boring. It's the same match.
yeah.
There's times where I've seen their match and I'm like, it's not so bad. It's kind of fun, but like, apparently when you give him free reign, it's
And that's the thing. Like, see, even like you throw Hennig in there, and Hennig seems like he's pretty lost too, and like.
Right. I mean, I know he was a tag wrestler back in 1984, but he hasn't been a tag wrestler for.
Yeah, they don't. There's no chemistry. There's no.
He is a karate master, apparently, because the first 5 seconds of the match was the best part of the entire match, was when they went for the tie-up, and Hennig did this weird swipe. Like, he went for the collar and elbow, he swiped the opposing hand, and got him in a headlock somehow. I can't even fucking
real
tell
wrestling.
He's a karate master.
Ninja.
But yeah, I watched this event twice, and both times I was engaged trying to pay attention. Until this match, and I was like, all right, this event is getting fucking boring.
I'm not something else. I have the same thing. I had to watch this thing like 4 or 5 times.
It was
every
so
single time I got to this match, and I was like, I gotta walk away. I can't. I can't do this anymore.
Boring.
Yeah. No, the match sucked. The AMW, what the AMW did wasn't even really revenge. It was just like obnoxious. Like it was just chaos.
Oh, I called it a mercy ending in my notes. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
If I was in the back, I would have been like, guys, just run out there and have
just run in it.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. Fuck finish.
We need to do that more often.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What's going on? Why don't we?
We're giving a lot of guys way too much respect. So, post-segment today reminds us of a local event in Florida with AJ Styles, Dory Funk, and Kurt Hennig, who will all be introduced by Bobby the Brain Heenan. Tickets are online.
He's just going to come out and introduce them and leave?
Yeah.
Hey, here they are. Goodbye.
Fucking, what was that? Water? It's Always Sunny. He shows up. Woo! It's sunny out here. I'm loving it. Can I have my check?
Yeah.
I'm
leaving. All right, segment 10 or 9. Don West and Mike Tenay are in front of a red wall. Don hypes the bid on the auction, but Tenay stops him from the hard sell and calls out the charities the auctions are for. They mention the highest bidder overall is for $2,300. Full segment length was 33 seconds.
But what's his full name and address?
Yeah.
and his social.
That's what the people care about knowing.
For the streaming, the TNA whatever their version, the live streaming version, they cut out Tenay's explanation about seeing the promos and all that for the silent auction and how the silent auction.
Okay.
They cut that out. So for me and probably Delta too, this is confusing till the end. Like, cause it's literally never explained. Your version has a slight explanation, but for us, you get nothing. You get nothing at all.
Probably why I caught on eventually.
It wasn't until this the last promo I was like, I guess these are for this. Like, it was so out of nowhere. All right, segment 11 or 10, Easy Money versus Already in the Ring. Not a good sign. Alex Winters.
Woo!
Not from Bill and Ted.
No, not from Bill and Ted.
Uh-oh.
He's a director. He's got other things going on. All right, so chaining and reversal start the match, which turns aggressive and ends with a buckshot lariat by Money.
Did not expect that.
Dude, that guy is super athletic. He did that on one complete bounce. He jumped over, landed, and as he landed, jumped back in, did the buckshot.
Yep.
I was so amazed by that.
So I don't know why we don't. This guy again. I've said this before. This guy must kick a kid in the face.
I
He
know,
must
like,
do something.
I was like, how do we not know
Walks in
this?
the locker room, spits in the boss's eye,
Yeah.
smacks his daughter in the face.
Uh-huh. Every day he shows up. Hey, I want to know two things: with my paycheck, with the boss's wife.
Easy money. Remember me.
So Easy Money holds the ropes and dodges a drop kick and locks in a pendulum of pain, a standing pendulum surfboard. Money sees the up and over in the corner coming and lets Winters land into an atomic drop.
Yo,
That was great.
yo, he hits this atomic drop, and it's the first time I've ever been like, maybe I should do an atomic drop.
Because he hit it for real.
Yeah, every time I've seen an atomic drop,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the dumbest
This
shit,
move, yeah.
lame, garbage. I'm like, this man has no coccyx anymore.
He
It's
broke
gone.
his tailbone.
Yeah,
Everything.
it's one secret. It's called immediate powderization
Yeah.
of a human bone.
Yeah. Oh, you just obliterate his gooch.
Yeah. Yeah, the drop kick. Oh, yeah, after the atomic drop, this is immediately followed by Money pulling out the old finger guns, shooting at his feet, and then giving the basement drop kick to the
What
corner.
was Okay.
That's
That's
his
what
thing.
strippers do.
Okay.
Runs across the dance stage. Bam! Right in someone's face.
Look, there were things I did well. There were things I didn't do well.
And then someone was like, you know you'd be good at after watching that.
All right, so Money hits a reverse DDT. A reverse DDT driver that has a name, but it only gets a 2 count. So Tenay decides not to name it. Money hits the reverse suplex that he calls the cha-ching, and he gets the 3. As Tenay mentions that Easy Money is on an undefeated streak in TNA. Winner of the match, Easy Money.
I like him.
Match
Yeah.
length 3 minutes 20 seconds. Full segment length 4 minutes 38 seconds. Thoughts on this? Yeah.
A really good squash match finally. And
Yeah.
he's-
Yeah,
I like
let's
this guy.
let's see more Easy Money.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Unless it's him just like beating children or something.
Yeah,
Like,
he was super athletic. He
I-
actually worked the crowd. I don't have anything bad
Yeah.
to say
No,
about
no,
it,
no,
really.
yeah.
Except that stupid little finger dance thing.
Hey, but you're talking about it.
Yeah. He tried more than others, so.
Yeah, I thought maybe that the Alex Winters was a little too green to make Money look as good as he should have.
yeah.
But I mean, you guys are saying that Easy Money's great, so I guess it doesn't matter how green he was because
Alex Winters got a chant. Yeah, they were like, let's go, jobber.
All right, yeah.
All right, well, strap in because this is the last time that we see Alex Winters in
Yeah.
TNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because after they chanted "Let's go, Jobber," he went home and hung himself.
Oh.
Oh.
A beautiful wreath that he made him feel good about himself.
Cut that.
Oh, did he actually go home and hang himself?
I don't know. I have no idea what he's doing. He's the one fan we got, and he's gone now. He's like, I thought I was safe. Shit.
Rest in peace.
That's not. You can't
Oh.
do that because the last time you did that, the guy died 2 weeks later. You can't do that anymore.
Who did I do that to? I don't even remember.
Jimmy Rave.
Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, right.
Oh, no.
Oh, right. I
It
forgot.
was Jimmy Rave, you actual literal jerk.
Yeah.
He lost his arm, and you're like, well, rest in peace.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks later, he actually died. So,
Oh my god.
Oh, man. Whoops.
so go put that fucking Death Note power to use somewhere else, all right?
Woo! I almost... The other day when Ricky commented about his retirement, I almost commented rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace, Ricky Reyes. Oh, you would have killed him.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Woo! That man's life was so close to ending.
That's your friend, you goddamn
What do you-
jerk. What the hell?
Like, retire in peace. Like, Rip.
Oh.
Like, come on. What are you doing?
R.I.P. Retire in peace, man.
I'm just gonna start doing that anytime. Hey man, I'll see you later. R.I.P. Rigatoni is perfection. Like
What?
anything. You just change it to anything you want now.
Relax in peace later, man.
Yeah. All right, segment 12 or 11. Goldilocks is backstage with Bruce, but he stops her to say that because of the stuff in the shower with April, he's not Bruce. He's Alan Funk.
What? What does that even? Wait, what? What?
I don't know. He's having a sex change, I guess. I don't know.
Bruce.
We weren't doing anything weird. She was helping me fill out an application to change my name. In the shower.
In the shower. I wanted to make sure my waterproof pen worked. It was new. I wanted to test it. Goldie asks how he got involved with April. Alan says Brian was treating April like crap and he was consoling her, but April is a very sexual woman, as we all know. And Alan's heart got involved. Oh, Goldie vomits words that amount to that she doesn't believe that April is woman enough to turn a gay man straight. Bruce does not respond. So she switches the topics to the Miss TNA crown, and Alan says maybe he'll give the crown to April. Goldie hard rolls her eyes and we fade to black. Segment length was 1 minute and 14 seconds. My only thoughts? Why?
Yeah, but also, he already announced Lenny is the runner-up.
I know.
And the successor.
I guess that means this storyline isn't over yet.
Why can't he still be named Bruce?
I don't know. That's his gay name? I don't know.
Is that what that's a metaphor for?
That's my gay name. I'm not gay anymore.
I'm Alan Funk.
I'm Alan Funk. That's my straight name.
That's an arguably gayer name.
Yeah. When I have sex with women, you call me Alan Funk. You guys have any thoughts on this? Nothing, right? That's it. Okay.
They should have cut this. They should have cut every single Goldie promo, even the fucking God Bless America.
You heard it here, folks. Cut out any of the patriotism.
Yep. In hindsight, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
All right, segment 13 or 12, Crimson Dragon versus Sonny Siaki. Crimson Dragon has new attire this week. He's less strawberry fruit roll-up and more crimson-y and dragonish, like actually what his namesake is.
Yo, I had to look this guy up. I was like, he's got to be someone eventually.
Yo,
right?
are we supposed to? Did we learn who he was last time?
No. Well, the last time all we heard was Mike Tenay go, and why is he wearing a mask? We accept everyone. What's he hiding?
I had to spoil it and look it up.
Yeah, well, he didn't spoil anything.
Yeah, because he's nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, for more reasons beyond that, too. The match starts with arm work. Crimson Dragon flips around until both men stand off. Dragon asks for a handshake, but gets an uppercut instead. Dragon with a suicide clothesline?
Yeah. Nice cover up tonight.
Yo.
Shoulder block?
Dude, watching this. When he hits that clothesline, man, I couldn't believe it. I got a whole stinger up my whole body. Like, all of a sudden, like, I felt it in my ass. I was like, oh! Like, oh. And then I rewound and watched it again, and I felt the same exact thing. This guy obliterates his ass.
Oh, man.
Like, what was that famous spot in wrestling where the guy's running the ropes and the guy just trips his legs and he just throws his body through the ropes? That's what that guy did.
I couldn't even understand it, because he clearly kicks at a 45-degree angle away from Siaki.
Yeah, his arms aren't even out for a clothesline. He just bumps.
Yeah, but he did it right to the middle of the ropes.
Oh, he did.
He did it. Back in the ring, Siaki throws Crimson Dragon to the outside of the ring with a pump handle suplex.
That was great.
Outside, Siaki grabs Dragon's legs and twists him face first into the announce table. Super awkward.
I felt like I watched it in slow motion.
That was like all the fans, Tenay, both wrestlers, were all just like, all right, kayfabe, sure. Kayfabe, ooh, kayfabe.
Devastating.
Yeah. Back in the ring, Dragon goes for a springboard, but Siaki makes Dragon jump into a low blow, straight kick to the dick.
100%.
The ref sees it and gets real angry, and that's all he does. Ooh.
Yo, if that was me, man, if you'd have punched me in the dick like that.
Yo,
I cannot wait for the next DQ to happen, whatever it is.
On the top rope, Siaki stops Crimson Dragon and gives him a super belly-to-belly suplex. Immediately after, Siaki hits the Siakalypse for the 3. Your winner, Sonny Siaki.
What is it? Siakalypse. Just like Apocalypse.
Every match, I know.
I hate it.
I know.
Strangle it until his head pops off of that fucking little
Wow.
body that he has.
Okay,
That
easy now.
turtleneck. What is it?
Online.
Yeah, online.
In GTA,
online.
in GTA.
Not for real.
Yeah. So post-match, Siaki on the mic talks towards the announced team NJB and says if he's not going to get the competition he deserves, he doesn't want to be here. He should be in main event and title matches only, period. Match length, 5 minutes and 18 seconds. Your post-match segment was 2 minutes and 7 seconds, which was that promo. And your full segment length was 8 minutes and 4 seconds. My thoughts here is, did Sonny Siaki just quit?
Seems like he's threatening it.
Yeah.
At the very least.
Yeah, your thoughts?
He might go home and visit Buff Bagwell.
Oh, yeah. Weren't they partners at one point? No, that was Apollo. That was Apollo. Went back to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he a face or a heel now? It seems like
He's always
He's
seemed
definitely
heelish.
heelish.
It seemed like they were pushing him more to a face run, and then he did the low blow, and I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I have no idea. Okay-ish match?
And this is the last time we see.
This is the last time that we see Crimson Dragon in a
Yeah.
TNA
Oh,
ring.
it is?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
didn't think
Yeah.
we were seeing him back after
No,
this.
you don't. It was a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about it on the Jeff Jarrett podcast about how the guy was a pretty good wrestler, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. He was too green, and Siaki was not experienced enough to lead that kind of guy in a match.
Yeah, he needs someone.
Oh yeah, the only thing Siaki understands right now is how to make himself look good, which is a skill you need in wrestling.
Yeah.
But you know,
He does put on that baby oil pretty good.
he's got the Siakalypse,
Just
like Apocalypse. All right, here we go.
Oh, is that what it's supposed to be?
Oh!
Goldilocks, segment 14 or 13. Goldilocks is backstage with April. Goldie asks where Brian Lawler is. April says he's been in the truck watching the tape from last week all day. She doesn't understand. Bruce is gay. Brian knows that she'd never do anything like that. Goldie says no one's buying it. We saw Bruce's head pop out of the shower and your pleasure sounds.
Pleasure sounds.
Pleasure sounds.
Pleasure sounds.
It's the Beach Boys' second best album. April changes attitude and asks if Goldie is jealous. Goldie says she doesn't need this bullshit and cuts the interview. April smiles and laughs to herself as Goldie leaves. Segment length 51 seconds.
Yo, what a whore!
There's no way this isn't going to end with April being beat up as a crowd cheers. What else are we leading towards?
Yeah.
Quite possibly by Goldie.
Mm.
That's really what this is kind of leaning towards, and I hate it. It brings everybody down. Everybody involved is now dumber for having been involved in the segment. And then also on top of that, we're just not going to address the kiss and hand holding from last week when she came and kissed her on the cheek and said, let's go.
Why
That was
jealous.
just, womanly comfort.
But then why'd she roll her eyes and be like, I don't need,
Well, because she was trying to get in on that and it wasn't working. I don't know if they actually scissored me daddy.
ass.
Yes.
It says me daddy ass. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't address any of that, which is weird. But I mean, next week it could be a whole new thing anyway. Russo takes over, and he could just give me all the titles. We're gonna do the same WCW thing we did.
Oh, no.
Everybody in the ring.
It's DC Comics.
You get this title, and you get this title.
You're no longer Superman. You're son of Superman Jr. Both son of Junior. It's not complicated, trust me. You can all understand it. Also, you're going to be working with Superman the Third. It's fine. Segment 15 or 14. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, Brian Lawler.
Oh my god. This is supposed to be a match.
Brian slowly walks out to the top of the ramp looking distraught. Commentary says it looks like he's been crying all day. The crowd chants crying Brian and Jerry's kid. Brian says he's been giving his heart to a female that he thought felt the same. Brian asks the kid in the crowd, please shut up. And the crowd laughs. Brian confirms April has been with Six-Pac, Bruce, and Goldilocks.
Oh,
He has been stressed and hurt all day. He can't eat. He can't sleep. He doesn't need it. As of right now, Brian Lawler is quitting the wrestling business. The crowd cheers and Brian cries.
well, he said he had one thing to eat.
All I had to eat one day is
An apple pie.
a hot apple pie from McDonald's. That's the one thing I ate. Have it your way at $9.95.
He kept popping me during this promo. Like when he told the kid to be quiet, he kept popping me.
Dude, it's... Brian says, you can call me a quitter if that's what you want, but you know what April is? She's a friggin' nymphomaniac.
Yeah!
That's sick. From now on, you'll never see Brian again. Brian cries and leaves. Commentary confirms Lawler was supposed to have a match with Bruce, who is no longer Bruce, but we're no longer having that match, so that no longer matters. Let's go to Goldilocks.
So, how much of the show today has been someone, Tanae or Sonny Siaki or Brian, being like, this place sucks, I'm out of here. I don't want to, I'm getting out of here.
I know.
Well, even the crowd is a heel, apparently. Like, why would you want to be here?
Dude, episode after episode, I keep seeing the comparisons, and sure, maybe they're like obtuse comparisons, but like literally today, I just heard someone say that AEW can't possibly have bad news because all their bad news is good news. So when you hear about how everybody in the locker room hates it and they're all fighting and they can't wait to leave, that's good news for AEW.
Okay.
Because that news gets out and people hear about that, and that's publicity for AEW.
Mm.
And that's what's going on with TNA, right? I think I don't know. That's what I think.
It's
Maybe
kind
I'm
of
wrong.
crazy chaos, drama. That's what sells.
That's what you want. That's what you want. All right, so backstage, Goldilocks runs to Lawler, who is leaving with Priscilla, who is consoling Brian. Priscilla won't let Goldie talk to Brian as Brian cries, "You're the only one who cares," to Priscilla as they walk out the door. When they turn, we see Brian is grabbing Priscilla's butt and possibly vagina
Yeah.
Rubbing it a lot.
Yeah.
like a bowling ball.
Yes, okay.
At the table, Tanae and Lawler... Tanae says that Lawler has recovered nicely. And all scumbag, one with the crowd, Don West chimes in and says, and upgraded as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that about? Whoa.
Yo.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure about that. I saw that shower scene.
Yeah, for real. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's just as good, but less crazy. Who's to say? So promo length was 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Your backstage segment was 27 seconds. Your full segment length was 5 minutes and 31 seconds. My thoughts here are, winner of the promo, Brian Lawler?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't know. He convinced me. He got me to pop a few times.
Yep.
He got to grope some lady. I mean, that's awful, but also good for him because he wanted to do it and he did it. I don't know. Like, this awful scumbag thing, but hey, man, he had goals and he reached them. Like, so I don't know what to tell you, man. Like,
So everybody's leaving.
everybody's walking out.
Everybody's quitting.
Everybody's walking out.
Russo's here. Everyone's leaving.
Yeah. And then this was the segment where I was like, they keep calling all these women girls. And it's really ridiculous how often they do it, especially because it makes me feel like Michael Cole. It's women. It is women's,
It's
right?
women's, right?
It's women's.
It's
Oh, and tell him it's women's. Also, tell him to put 5 or 6 more ums in that while he's doing it.
Dick.
All right. Segment 16 or 15. Tanae throws to an AJ Styles video package. The music video package highlights wrestling moves such as the Styles Clash and the Spiral Tap. They show full sound clips from last week's match and mostly the second rope Styles Clash win. This is all backed by AJ Styles' entrance music. Delta, yeah. When he did the Styles Clash off the second rope,
Sound effect.
It killed me.
I know.
The sound effect.
It me? I didn't notice it the last week when you mentioned it. This time I couldn't unhear it. It killed me.
Yo, every
Explosion.
I was crying. Oh my god, yo. All right, so back at the commentary table, they set up a Jerry Lynn highlight package. The video has that grungy, rockish sound that the late 90s underground is famous for. You know, Batman Beyond, ECW, that whole sound. It highlights pile driver after pile driver, and Lynn screaming about paying your dues
Pay your dues.
and respecting him.
Peanut butter and jelly.
They show full sound clips of last week's match with Red.
Live in my car.
I don't know why, but near the beginning of this video thing, they accidentally cut to the live feed of the crowd for a nanosecond.
Oh, that's what that was.
So the match is AJ Styles with Mortimer Plumtree versus Jerry Lynn for the X Division title. The match gets the full JB boxing style introduction. The match starts with AJ giving Lynn a weak headbutt, and then Lynn connecting with the stronger one, both before the bell. Back and forth punches lead to reversals, lead to Lynn rebound throwing AJ over the top rope, and when Lynn goes for a springboard to the outside, Plumtree holds his legs and then gets drop kicked for his troubles. But it doesn't end there, because Plumtree holds Lynn's legs again when he tries to get back in the ring. AJ takes advantage with a rib punt and then an elbow to the back of the head. Outside the ring again, Lynn reverses being dropped into concrete, but Plumtree distracts him, and AJ DDTs Lynn into concrete anyway. While the ref is distracted, Plumtree uses a foreign object to cut Lynn open further on his forehead. A few minutes later, it happens again. One single guy in the crowd chants, "Nerd! Nerd! Nerd! Nerd!"
I heard that guy.
I appreciate his enthusiasm. He was going to start it. In the ring, AJ is crotched on the top corner. Then Lynn climbs the corner, and AJ punches Lynn in the stomach and pushes him down, which causes Lynn to fall onto the ropes ribs first. AJ sunset flips off the top to the outside, but Lynn stops him from completing the powerbomb, and Mule kicks him off.
Which Don West loves.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. The whole spot was amazing.
The Mule is like, oh my god, that kick was unbelievable.
Whatever. So Plumtree distracts again, but Lynn learns, and when AJ run jumps off the stairs for a Hurricane Rana, Jerry counters him by whipping him into the guardrail.
That was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice. AJ just barely got his hand under his head before he hit the concrete on the fall. Like, it was gross. In the ring, off the ropes, a spinning back elbow by Lynn sends both of the men spiraling in two directions for a short double down. It was like two comets meeting in space, like exploded off each other. AJ hard tosses Lynn through the ropes, and Plumtree uses a foreign object again. Back in the ring, Lynn reverses and hits a running powerbomb, shortly followed by, I can't even really call it a German suplex because there's a lot of over rotation in the toss, and AJ lands on his face instead of his back. Like,
Yeah, he just released Germans him.
he hucks him. AJ hits a backdrop lift into that old lady surprise, the sit-out wheelbarrow. And in the corner, AJ puts Lynn on the top rope, and then Lynn reverses it into a front suplex from the second, and that's your double down. Plumtree distracts the ref at 5 and tosses AJ a foreign object, but he over-tosses it. Lynn catches it and uses it for the 3. Winner and still ex-champion, Jerry Lynn. The camera cuts to a sign that says AJ was screwed.
What? How do they know?
Your AJ video package is 1 minute and 32 seconds. Your Jerry Lynn video package is 1 minute and 45 seconds. Your match length was 12 minutes and 36 seconds. Your full segment length, 20 minutes and 35 seconds. Yeah, the last 2 or 3 matches they had, I was bored and disappointed and didn't like it. This one I love. This one was great. This was so fantastic. Like, the last 2, I was really bored. I was like, let me fast forward to this bullshit. Like, I'm so sick of this. But this one was excellent. The only, literally the only thing that I can see that that was a little awkward is the start of the match. Like, I would say the first, minute and a half.
With the headbutts.
It seemed like it was all called on the fly.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like they had no clue what they were doing. They were like, let's just do what we want to do out there.
This was literally their 9th match together, so most likely they just did it out.
Yeah, whatever happened. Yeah.
Yeah, what happens is happens. You guys have thoughts on this?
I hope it was their last match together. I hope they
Yeah,
realized
I
that.
hope we get a nice,
It-
nice long break before.
Oh,
then.
yeah?
It was
This
nice.
revitalized it for me. I was like, I'll see
Really?
another one. Let's go.
I
Yeah.
thought it was good. I definitely didn't think it was their best. There's certain matches that I could watch a million times and never get tired of, but this is not one of them. It was good like 5 times, and now you can move on.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but yeah, they can take a break from working each other. for a
I
bit.
mean, I liked it. You know, they had the manager involved a lot of times. It was like it was a whole new thing for them, for me.
Stupid manager, whatever his name is, Munchausen pool tables.
It's got to be it. Segment.
Manager,
What?
Manager Pumbleton.
That's got to be it.
My mistake.
That's got to be it. All right. Segment 17 or 16
Or 18.
or whatever. Which one should it be? I don't know. So BG, James, and Kurt Hennig are in front of a red wall. BG calls out the highest bidder for a dinner with him, BG, saying that she needs to bid higher because they're going to Chuck E. Cheese and he wants to play a lot of games. Hennig calls out the highest bidder on a day of golf.
Is he a better?
Was that like? Did that raise any red flags?
Yeah, it did for me too. Hennig says he's a day of golfing with him. Nobody can beat him at golf, and if the bid reaches $5,000, he'll back it with his own money. That's how confident he is.
But only if it reaches 5,000.
Yeah, segment like 33 seconds. My only thoughts here was that he wasn't confident that he was going to win the match. He was confident that it wouldn't reach $5,000
That's no. You're not helping.
because he
You're
didn't.
burying the cause.
He said, no one can beat me at golf, and if the bid reaches $5,000, I'll back it with my own money. So there's no... He's not saying, like, and to prove no one can beat me at golf, I'll put a... He's saying no one can beat me at golf. Also, unrelated that,
Yeah.
in the off chance that a miracle happens and this reaches $5,000, yo, I'm down for double. Like,
Thanks for putting over our auction.
yeah.
Also, BG Jane wants to go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E.
What the
Cheese.
hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why.
What?
He's just being silly, that's all. All right, segment 18 or 17. World title still to come, but it's time for Don West's super pitch.
We better give him the good mic for this one.
I have no opinion.
All right, folks, I got nothing. I don't care what happens. They told me, but I don't know. I want to see it for myself. Folks, next week we're going to see the SATs versus Divine Storm. Just to have it. You know, we always got to throw one of those out there. We're also going to see, this is important, we're also going to see Chris Harris versus Brian Lee. And then we're also going to see James Storm versus Slash. And the winner of each of those 2 matches will go on to have a 3-way bull rope match with James Mitchell. He did not explain it this way.
What?
I'm giving it so much more context to
Wow, I
help
didn't
you
get
understand it. That's what's going to happen. There's 2 matches. The winner of those 2 matches will then go on to be in a 3-way with James Mitchell. I think the implication here is that you want both of America's Most Wanted to win, so then they will have what is ostensibly, free reign to beat up James Mitchell. It's too much, honestly.
Okay, so wait, is it 3 ropes that
Please don't make me say it again.
meet in the center, or is it like one long rope with like a loop in the center and like James Mitchell is in the middle?
James Mitchell is the cowbell.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, folks. We literally did not think about that. We know what a bull rope match is, and we know what a 3-way match is, and we said just cram them together. We'll figure it out. It's got to be this. Ah, shit. This is going to be awkward, folks. Do they even make 3-way ropes? How do we do that? Fuck. So we're also going to see the double elimination match for a shot at the X title involving AJ Styles, the Amazing Red Kid Cash, and just others, unnamed others.
What's a double elimination?
You have to be pinned twice to be eliminated.
We've done this before.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember.
You've already seen this pain and suffering. Yeah.
But why is AJ Styles in it again? Why does he get a shot?
You book a show without him.
Yeah,
Figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, and we're also going to see Sonny Siaki versus Jerry Lynn for the X title.
Oh.
Once again, folks, TNA, the only consistent company where heels immediately get addressed by their grievances. You say it, we fix it, folks.
Except Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, it only took 23 weeks for him.
Well, he wasn't really saying it. He just said, I deserve a title shot. He didn't say, and here's how you fix it.
What do you mean? He was like strangling people, allegedly. He like locked up a whole security team, allegedly. Like, he did plenty.
You know what? I have no opinion. All right, and then Tenay throws to himself in an interview with Dory Funk Jr.
Yo.
Classic today.
Except it's not really an interview. It's just clips of an interview.
Yeah, it's clips of an old man rambling
Yeah.
when you turn the camera on.
They like it must have been gibberish because they just go like Dory Funk Jr. on ... and then it's like the
Yeah.
world heavyweight title.
This-
Gene Kiniski.
We're gonna cut to clips of what started as an interview and ended with Dory just trailing from story to story about all the different men he
Yeah.
met along the
Well,
way.
Well, they start the video and he's already talking, and then they cut in the audio.
Yeah.
You can tell he was just going like, all right, just this section right here, this small section. My God, we had to change camera batteries for this fucking interview.
When I arrived to the studio today, Dory Funk was already talking. No cameras had been set up. No one could get him to stop. We figured we should take the opportunity. So yeah, he talks about the NWA heavyweight title, highlight of his life. Gene Kiniski was tough. Jack Briscoe it was an honor to work for him. Harley Race was do anything it takes. Giant Baba was a teacher. History's already been made with Truth versus Jarrett, and then Vince Russo's a weasel. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. And Tenay's like, no need for apologies. Thank you very much. Your segment length is 4 minutes and 27 seconds. Yo, really? That was, ugh.
I was long.
Yeah, you got thoughts on this? I rolled my eyes at the end with Tenay.
20 years from now, we'll be looking back at this match, thinking it had some.
Oh, yeah, he was right. Yeah, we're going to be looking back. I mean, not like because it's respected or anything, yeah. Not because of, because of the reputation and the tradition, yeah, no.
The honor.
Yeah.
The NWA tits and ass title.
Mhm.
Literally wanted to name a wrestling company.
That's what it was about.
You idiot! It's tits and ass. How do you not get it?
Yeah.
It's wrestling. Tits and ass.
Tits and ass. All right.
All right.
It's time for the main event, which means that it's time for the best hour.
Our favorite hour.
Our favorite hour.
Oh boy.
It's the Troy McClure hour. Oh, hello there. I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me as the voice of such edgy late series characters as Glorpini, the uncomfortably Italian extraterrestrial. Uncle Mike, isn't it weird how unmarried he is? Or Neighbor Dan, keep him away from the kids. Ha 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 ha. No, seriously, watch him. Today, we're here to talk about desperation.
Does BG James give you more of an Uncle Mike vibe or a Neighbor Dan vibe?
I think he gives me more of a Neighbor Dan vibe,
Yeah.
but he wants to present a Glorpini vibe. That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's going Glorpini, he comes off Danish, you know?
Yo.
That's what the Chuck E. Cheese thing was about.
Get it kinda good.
All right. You already know what it is. It's time for the Rookie Year of Jeff Jarrett!
So much.
It is so much. We've got a lot. But as we all know, in April of 1986, famous loser Tony Falk challenged referee Jeff Jarrett to a match, and Jarrett turned that into a wrestling career. Actually changed that into, parlayed that into a wrestling career. May of 86, Jarrett moved on to the tag division as a generic face, teaming with randos and breaking up fights, and one time being involved in a nightmare match, whatever that is. Whatever that is.
Adrenaline in my soul.
Oh no. June 86, Jarrett got actual tag partners in Tojo Yamamoto and Pat Tanaka. July of 86, Jarrett and Yamamoto won the CWA International Tag titles, but post-match, Yamamoto walked away from Jarrett and later revealed himself to be the manager/cousin of future opponents Goto and Saito. I have never said it, but Saito was one of the guys in the Orient Express. So, sort of somebody you know-ish. Jarrett was also in a battle royal for the AWA Southern Heavyweight title. Good for him. August of 86, Jarrett and Pat Tanaka pause a tag match to chase off car vandals and later win the CWA International Tag titles. September of 86, Jarrett and Tanaka continue their feud with Goto, Saito, and manager Yamamoto, who now uses a kendo stick. They also appeared in a music video on the Jerry Lawler show and got into a giant fight involving yellow paint, pocket sand, and the CWA general manager.
Pocket sand.
Oh, and the whole thing caused the show's host/announcer to carry a hammer for the rest of the night. Which, of course, brings us to October of 86. The week of October the 4th, Jerry Jarrett, Jeff's dad, fractured, but did not break, not sure why it was important to distinct that, but did not break Yamamoto's arm in their match. The teams later came out to fight and were shortly followed by the Ninja and Jerry Lawler, respectively.
Who's the Ninja?
I don't know.
How do you fracture something without weight? Those are synonymous.
Well,
what is the?
Back in the day, they didn't know that. They thought a fracture was just like a light not break.
It's like
Fracture-
a hairline fracture.
Yeah, it's like a crack in it, yeah.
fracture's a crack, not a full-on break.
Yeah, alright. I don't know if I
I mean,
buy
this is
that.
fucking. I'm not standing on a fractured foundation. I don't know, I mean, broken's broken. Jeff had a promo with his dad and Pat Tanaka, where Dad thanked Pat for stepping aside and letting him take his place in just this one match. They never really clarified. They just kept talking like we all knew. Jeff said he was going to get the strap from the pole and give them a beating that Saito and Goto will never forget. And then Jarrett and Tanaka had a match against Memphis Vice, where Goto and Saito attacked mid-match. Jerry Jarrett makes the save, but the Ninja makes the heel save. Everyone gets a pile driver. Cut to outside the ring. Jerry Jarrett being beaten with a kendo stick. Cut back in the ring. Randos are getting pile driven and hitting with chairs. They can't be saved. One guy gets his knee injured with like a chair. They put it in the chair and they break it. The general manager comes out with a garbage can to make the save.
What?
They beat him down with a chair. We cut back. Jeff Jarrett is now beating Yamamoto with the kendo stick. No explanation. Back in the ring, more faces come out. Tommy Rich and Tracy Smothers, of all people, come out with chairs and clear house.
Of course.
October 11th, the next week, Tanaka and Jarrett get a rematch against Memphis Vice. Same thing happens. Saito, Goto,
Lord.
Yamamoto, the Ninja all interfere. They try to break Paul Diamond's leg, but same thing. GM Eddie makes the save, stops that. The Japanese team then try to try to break Eddie Marlin's leg, the same they did to Paul Diamond last week. Jerry Lawler takes the kendo stick and clears house. We get a promo with both Jarretts, where Jeff says that the Japanese team cheated last week at the Coliseum. He did not call them that.
Okay.
I had to clean it up a lot.
Oh.
Whoops.
But this week, they're going to beat them, and Jerry says that he's going to literally spank Yamamoto's butt. 18th, we get an interview with the Jarretts about a 6-man tag where it's going to be Jarrett, and Tommy Rich versus Goto, Saito, and Yamamoto. The loser gets 10 lashes. I don't know if that has to do with the last week's promo or if this is a new match. They never explain anything. Jarrett says he's going to whip them all till they're bleeding. Then we get a music video for Jeff Jarrett. It's him wrestling by outsmarting his opponents. Also, he's at the carnival, signing things, talking to fans. It's all with Dreams by Van Halen is playing in the background.
We had to worry about copyrights.
Yeah, you didn't have to. And then finally, last week, 25th, Jarrett goes to make a save, but it ends up no one needs the save to save. And then we get another music video with Jerry Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett, but some other guys it's like a nothing week. It's just a really bad, like, oh, well, he's still in it. And that's once again the rookie year of Jeff Jarrett. As per usual, the next time he is in the main event, October will be heavily cleaned up. And we will move on to November. And of course, Ron the Truth Killings. It's hard to do anything with him because he started wrestling in 99 and most of his matches aren't really recorded. And then he goes into the WWF like, whew, man. Yeah, from 97 to 99 to 2000 to 2001. Here we are.
Yeah.
Like, there's not a lot going on. But I will take the time to once again remind you that at this point in his career, he is only 30 years old, and you don't know a single thing he's done yet. Like, he is fresh at the start. So again, oh no, I'm 35. I can't do shit. Shut up, bitch. This dude's 50. He's still making moves. All right, segment 19. We got the tail of the tape. Jeff still outranks the Truth in every way possible. The Truth walks to the ring with a mic, but it's not for a promo. It's rap time!
Yeah.
Jarrett enters, and JB does the introductions. Here we are, the heavyweight title match between the challenger, R-Truth, and the champion, Jeffy J. The match starts off with each man going for a quick back-and-forth pin. They might be calling it in the ring. It kind of looks a little sloppy, a little awkward, maybe. I don't know.
Did it? Mm-hmm.
Kind of. I don't know. There's one point where Jeff goes to put a figure 4 on the Truth, and he immediately reverses it.
Yeah.
And it almost looks like the Truth doesn't know what's going on. Like, he doesn't know if he should be screaming or, like, going, ah! I don't know. That's how it looked to me.
It hurts both competitors when you reverse it. Doesn't
But it hurts the initial applier worse. But yes, it hurts them both.
It hurts everybody. You can't
Everyone
get that out.
has to
You need the
suffer.
ref to untie it.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, actually, the Truth, he avoids, the Truth hits a dive to the outside, and then he wraps Jeff's hands together using the camera cable, and the ref stops it. Back inside, Superplex brings us to a double down. After that, Jeff hits a low blow in front of the ref, but the ref's looking up, not down. No, he doesn't see it. After a pin, the ref suddenly realizes that he saw a low blow and asks Jarrett if he did it. Jeff says no and then runs outside to get a chair, and he wedges it in the corner of the ropes. The ref doesn't see this because the ref is asking the Truth if he hit the low blow as he lies on the ground and goes, oh my mouth!
Well, because just like in No Mercy on N64, he heard the bell ring, so he knows somebody got hit in the crotch.
Who was it? Was it in the crowd?
Just the ref standing in the ring, just kind of like zoned out for a minute. It's like, where are you? Hold on, did you just low blow him? No. Did you just low blow? Somebody hit a low blow. Was it you?
I don't like liars.
No one's gonna get DQ'd.
Yeah,
gonna
really.
get real angry.
No.
I just want to know.
So the Truth. So Jarrett goes to Irish whip the Truth into the chair, but gets reversed, and he goes into the chair. No DQ. It's only a 2 count. None of it matters really.
Well, because he was using a part of the ring. He made it a part of the ring at that
That's
point.
what it is. Yeah. The Truth misses a a top rope moonsault, and then Jarrett calls for the stroke, but it's only a 2. The Truth somehow kicks out so hard that he throws Jarrett onto the ref. Jarrett removes the top turnbuckle and then goes into the crowd. Near the ramp, the Truth gets put onto a table, and then Jeff climbs up the truss and
Why?
then falls off through the Truth and the table. I don't understand it, but okay. The ref does the 10 count and calls for the bell.
I
No.
was so pissed at that point.
He doesn't fall off through the Truth and the table. He climbs up, and then Truth climbs up, and Truth, like, pulls his arm. So Jarrett has to let go, and then Truth just goes, I guess I'll go too.
Oh, I missed that part. Okay.
It was so confusing and poorly done.
And pretty dark.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
badly
yeah, because
lit.
when they did the bump, you could see like people had like flashlights. They were trying to light them up
Yeah.
for the cameraman.
So then Bob Armstrong comes out and he says, no, that's not the end. Restart the match. Let him have at it. In the ring, just like a hockey fight, basically. It leads to Jarrett being dropped onto the exposed turnbuckle, but he kicks out at 2. How does he do it?
Oh, goodness.
Center of the ring, the men reverse their finishers, and the ref gets kicked in the face, and now he's down. Russo appears at ringside and hands Jarrett a guitar. The crowd cheers. Jeff takes the guitar, and the crowd cheers. And Jeff smashes the guitar on the ring post, signifying that he will not join Russo, and the crowd's confused. Jeff throws the guitar in Russo's face and hits the stroke on the Truth not once, not twice, but thrice. And he makes the pin. Your winner and still NWA Heavyweight World Champion, Jeff Jarrett. Post-match, Russo grabs a mic and tells Jarrett he wants an answer tonight. Next week is a new day. Answer him right now.
Here we go.
Next week is a new day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is. It's also a new week, a new month if you want it to be. I don't care.
I think it will be a new month.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a new month, yeah. Jeff enters the ring as the logo appears and we go off the air. Your match length was 14 minutes and 27 seconds. Your full segment length was 20 minutes and 31 seconds. Your thoughts on this? Or
I hate it. I hate everything about this match.
I thought the match was super awkward.
I thought it was one of the better of the NWA title matches. And,
Ooh, okay, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
but yeah, a lot of it was weird and all over the place. I feel like they were both trying really hard with no direction or.
I don't even know, like, I don't even know where we're going with this.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Like, Truth is coming out, and he's a heel, and he's over as a heel, and Jarrett seems like a face with all of the screw-ins he's been through.
And
Right.
then it almost sounds like Tenay is building him that way during the match.
Yeah, and, like, okay, I guess we're at the point where it's like, okay, it's clean slate, like, this is the good guy Jeff who earned his shot. But no, he's the dirtiest scumbag.
He gets in there, low blows
Low-
our Truth, and I'm like, okay, so he's not a face.
Yeah, he's going for the chair shots, the low blows. He's pulling the turnbuckle and having it flipped on him.
And then he turns on the heel. The heel turns on the heel and is like, I'm not going to be with you.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Who's the face?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand how they didn't get that.
And then we're also like, oh, we're doing a 10 count, and then, no, we're finishing this, restart the match.
Which Armstrong was standing by the ready.
Yeah.
As soon as they went to 10, he came out, no.
Yeah.
He was already ready. there.
Not this way, not this way.
You know the deal. First we do it this way, and now we do it the real way.
I don't understand how, like, maybe they didn't like, maybe it wasn't confusion, maybe they just didn't like it, but I don't understand how he broke the guitar and threw it in his face and then did his own finisher, and they were like, are you going to join him? And Russo was like, well, are you going to join me or not? Like,
Well, that's the other thing.
how'd you not get this?
They do this whole big long match. They go through the tables, and then at the end of the match, he hits him with the stroke, and he no-sells it. He gets up immediately and sells to the ropes, so he could do the second one.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
3 of them. He got hit.
I was fine with him hitting 3 of them, but when he hit the first one, he stood up.
I mean, he kicks out of one stroke clean, like, earlier in the match. But
to stand up immediately after someone's finisher.
again, like, earlier, Russo is like, tonight you're giving me the answer about... and then it's like, all right, give me the answer. Smash. All right, so I'm going to ask you again, and then you're going to give me an answer, right? Like,
Tonight, and I'm not gonna wait. Okay, but next week's a new day. I'll ask then.
it's just like, I don't even know where they're... That's the problem. I can't even comprehend
It's gotta
not a
be
face turn.
where they're going.
It's gotta be a Russo reset.
That's what he meant by next week's a new day.
It feels like every week they're figured out the show and they're like, all right, guys, it doesn't really make sense, but like all that matters is that we get through. If we can just produce 2 hours of wrestling pay-per-view, then next week we'll actually have a full good show that we'll be able to produce. But this week we gotta just produce some fucking dog shit that doesn't make sense. We just gotta get it done. Dude.
And then Groundhog's Day happens.
No.
Like, I don't know how you have promos where it's like, you give me the answer tonight. Here I am asking for the answer. Next week. What? And like, Jeff Jarrett literally leaves and he's like, okay, goodbye. I gave you your answer. And I'm not, and he's like, I want my answer now. He's like, I guess I'll come back.
Yeah.
I guess I'll come back.
No
And like,
consequences.
and then there's like this awkward, like, I just gotta wait until the logo, and like I get the signal that we're off it. Oh man, it's so baffling.
I like. How intelligent does he think that the audience is that he has to spell it out so aggressively?
Yeah.
And then next week's gonna be like, Jared, I'm waiting for my answer. Get out here right now. Like, so the show's gonna start.
It's important that I give people 15 to 20 years of backstory so they really comprehend what's happening.
Right.
But also, like, we can't logically hold consistency between the beginning and end of our show.
No.
But also, I'm going to give them 20 years of history because I think that's important.
It's gotta be like an AI generated segment where they're like, oh,
Russo isn't a human being. He's
Oh,
just
yeah.
an AI in a human skin
well,
suit.
it's like when they're like, the line is obvious what it's supposed to be. You're just supposed to go out there and be like, you're with me or you're against me. It's that simple. But the AI gets it confused, and you're like, look, you're one symbol, and cymbals are a musical instrument made for drum kits. Drum kits are a percussion sound device and you're just like, yo, he's going off on cymbals because the AI got it wrong, but he's giving it his all. Like, it's all just Aurora Borealis. Like,
Oh, man. And it's weird. It's like Russo showed up, and all of a sudden, all the problems are like amplified 1,000%.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
it's amazing.
Every issue that TNA had, it just seems like they're all way worse than usual.
Yeah.
All the nonsensical promos that lead into each other, they're worse. All the sloppy rushed matches that don't really make sense, they're worse.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's amazing. I know.
Yo, if only he could have just named it titties and ass, maybe things would have been better.
That's what it was. We're missing that one thing. Yeah. All right. Bell to 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 bell. Yo, they didn't do it. 54 minutes and 18 seconds of wrestling on this
God
hour
damn
and
it.
57
Yep.
and 6 seconds. Yeah.
When
It's
Russo's
because
there.
of that 20 minutes of Russo talking.
Yeah, that could have been a match. That could've
And
been
they
like a
only
pancake
cut
match or
out
something.
1 minute from the live pay-per-view of that
Yeah.
one promo, so it's not like
Selling her body.
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, show thoughts. Like, I liked Easy Money.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys didn't like it, but I liked the Jerry Lynn Styles
mean,
match. I want to kind of see more
I
again
said
of
it was
it.
all right.
Yeah, it was
just wasn't
fine.
that great.
But-
I want to see them wrestle somebody else.
Everything, yeah, I'd like to see him wrestle, yeah. But everything else seemed both random and awkward. No reason for it to be on there, and both of the people working in whatever segment it was didn't have any history or clue what their characters were or what they were working towards. Let's just have it out there. Put it out. You guys have any extra thoughts on the show, or?
Is this the last time we see Vince Russo?
Yeah, right.
Oh, no.
It's like a whole year of storylines or something like that. Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh. It's a whole year of him going. And next week, I'm going to get the answer.
Next week is a new year for you to have before you have to have the deadline of answering me. Take the year. All right, so why would you make this? According to Jerry Jarrett's book, The Story and Development of NWA TNA, a new concept and pay-per-view programming, he has made it clear that he wants to focus on the variety style of show where great wrestling is compensated with comedy. But, they don't really have either of those.
Well,
Well, I was laughing at Brian Weller.
Yeah, but he just quit.
Oh, no. What are you gonna do? Yeah, but next week's a new day. You never know.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's why Easy Money does the bang, pew, 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 pew. That's the comedy.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right.
he shoots his feet and then kicks someone in the face. It's hilarious.
It's like I could shoot him, but instead I kick the bullets into him. Oh, wait, because he dances so the bullets don't hit his feet. I don't know what he's going for. And then on the My World with Jeff Jarrett podcast, hosted by Conrad Thompson, Jarrett said that I really pray that I remember this wrong and wrote it down wrong, because Jared said that the plan was to hope that Sean Waltman could be used to convince his then girlfriend Joni Laurer, aka China, into joining TNA. This is likely why Russo decided to also throw China under the bus in his promo.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a petty reach.
Yeah.
We were thinking about maybe asking someone else to ask this woman to join our company.
Why?
And we didn't. So fuck her. Like,
Wow.
you could have just asked her directly, like, couldn't you? Was that not done?
Wow, they really didn't care about Sean Waltman. Yeah, but can you bring your girlfriend though?
Yikes.
They really didn't want him there. He was just using him for his girlfriend. That's fucked up.
I've done that before.
Whoops.
What? All right, so yeah, guess the card. What do you think's gonna happen?
Oh,
You didn't.
Trinity versus Bruce for the Miss TNA title.
Well, first off, he's Alan Funk.
Versus Alan Funk.
well, yeah. So we already got a couple matches here. All right, I'm gonna guess the three-way bull rope match is gonna be Slash, Chris Harris, and James Mitchell.
Okay.
If it actually happens, Easy Money will make an appearance in that X Division double elimination match.
I think it's gonna be Chris Harris and James Storm both in the match.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because Russo's fucking retarded and crazy. He's definitely gonna. I don't know what he's gonna do beyond that point, but he's gonna book it that way.
Okay.
We will get no resolution for Jarrett and Russo. They won't even interact directly.
No, we're opening with Russo.
Oh, I didn't say they won't. Yeah, Russo's gonna be on the show.
Oh, Jarrett's
But-
gonna come out.
Oh,
It's gonna happen. Oh
Mm.
yeah. But he's not. I'm telling you, he's gonna come out. He's gonna cut a promo. Jarrett's gonna come out. He's gonna cut a promo. It's gonna take like 8 to 12 minutes, and we're gonna have no answer.
Yeah, but nothing will get resolved.
It's just gonna be like what was that? Like 2005-ish Raws? 2004 Raws, where every single Raw opened with a 20-minute promo by Triple H.
On the game.
Every single Raw was a 20-minute promo open.
Rock can't beat me.
It wasn't always Triple H. Sometimes it was other wrestlers, but it was always a 20-minute open promo. It was just like, why do I
a lot of
watch
times
this?
Vince,
Yeah.
in this very ring tonight. There's a lot of times Vince.
In this very ring, I guarantee you.
You're
Gonna stay quiet because of this money.
yeah.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed the show, consider giving us a like or a 5-star review, or just share us with people. That's the only thing that happens. We got a YouTube. Subscribe to that if you want. I have a Patreon, but I don't even know if it's hooked up to my bank account. I don't use it. Do not give us money. I think we have a website too, whywouldyoumakethis.com, or is it www.ymt.com? I forget.
WWIMT.
www.ymt.com. It's probably up to date.
Yeah.
Our intro music is Falling After Love by Kill Paris. So for Brother Skylar and Jay Delta, I'm Jimmy Time. Please remember that without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts.
Bye.
The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.